Yo, what's up? What's up? This is your man That's Your Great checking in once again with another video. Let's get straight to it and talk about a word that keeps women up at night. It gives them night terrors. It gives them nightmares. They look at this word pretty much like it's the damn boogeyman. What word am I talking about? Come on, fellas, y'all already know. The big A, accountability. Why do women have such a hard time taking accountability for their actions and the things that they say, as well as the things that they do? Why is that so damn hard to women? I'll tell you why. Because in order for a woman to take accountability for her actions, she must first be able to accept the fact that her logic is off in some way, or the fact that she is simply wrong. Now that part alone short circuits women's brains, right? They can't even grasp the concept of being wrong about something. They think every single thing that goes wrong in life is somehow a man's fault. And that is where strong-minded masculine men come into play, because it is our job to hold these women accountable, to put them in their place, to call them out on their bullshit, and to tell them what to do. Where have all the strong-minded men gone in society? Everybody is just so busy these days pandering and placating to women that no one is telling the damn truth. But I am. Let me explain to you fellas exactly why it's so important for us men to hold women accountable in our lives. Well, first and foremost, when you hold a woman accountable, it lets them know that you're not just going to take their bullshit. You're not just going to let them get away with murder. You're not just going to let them do things and say stupid shit just because they're attractive. The more you hold a woman accountable for her actions and actually call her out on her bullshit, the more a woman actually gains respect for you as a man. Now, I know there's a lot of women out there who make it seem as if they like it when men let them do whatever they want to do. But in actuality, women do not like men that let them walk all over them. Every woman wants a strong-minded man who is actually going to hold them accountable and call them out on their bullshit. They don't like being able to walk all over a man. They want a man who can put them in their place. You better believe that more than you believe in God. It is your job as the man to nip all bad behavior in the bud. It is your job as the man to make it clear what type of behavior you find to be unacceptable, what you find to be disrespectful, and how you expect your woman to carry herself at all times. It is our job as the men to always set the tone in a relationship. And believe me when I tell you this, fellas, the less bullshit you tolerate from women, the more and more their respect level for you increases, as well as their attraction towards you. I know it's a paradox, right? But that's simply the way it is. Women want structure. No matter how much they may fight it overtly on the outside, subconsciously, that is what they truly crave. They want a man who can hold them accountable, call them out on their bullshit, lead them by example, and tell them what to do. It's that simple. What you say is what goes, guys. It has to be that way in order for the relationship to run smoothly and for it to go the way that it's intended to go. You should not have a woman who is constantly doing things that you say that you find disrespectful. You should not have a woman who is constantly doing things that you say that you are uncomfortable with. All of these are signs of a weak man and a woman who has identified that weakness in the man, and she is now simply running amok because she knows that she can do any and everything she wants with no repercussions or consequences. That is where the accountability comes into play. Any man worth his salt as a man knows that it is extremely important. It's paramount to hold women accountable for anything that they say, anything that they do that is outside the lines of what you consider to be acceptable. So let me give you fellas a real life situation regarding a woman that I've recently been dealing with, okay? So there's this woman, absolutely gorgeous, bad chick. I would say she's a good 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Honestly, to a lot of y'all, she will be an absolute dime, but my metrics are a little bit different. I have extremely high standards for myself. So some of the women that I think are 8s are like 10s to some people, you know? So anyways, me and this chick, we've been kicking it steady for 3 or 4 weeks, just having a ton of fun, getting to know each other and just enjoying ourselves, right? And mind y'all, she was doing all this big talk about how she wants to be the woman in my life. She wants to come in and help simplify things for me. She knows how hard I work, how many things I'm working on. She wants to get on my program and help simplify things and fill in the gap, so to speak. You know, saying all the things that us as men like to hear from women, as far as them being supportive in our lives. You know, being able to get on our program and actually help us reach that next level, actually being an asset in our lives, right? So it all sounds good, right? It sounds good. But this last Sunday, you know, I was really stressed out because I was working on several different things that I definitely needed to get done. And, you know, and seeing as this chick, you know, she's been doing all this big talking, I decided to actually let her in just a tad bit into my real life and tell her about, you know, what I was working on and how stressed out I was with things I was going through. And yet when I told her about, the challenges that I was dealing with, she responded with this super nonchalant, low-ass energy that is extremely annoying to me. And that really grinded my gears because I cannot stand it when women don't match my energy. So I immediately checked the bitch. I told her, listen, I just told you this, that, and the third about my day, what I'm currently dealing with and going through, and you respond back with this lame shit? All right, bitch. All right, cool. You respond back with this low-ass energy? All right, bet. I ain't gonna talk to your ass for another day. Now the bitch immediately tried to correct herself and try to come back and say, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. What's going on? Blah, blah. But the damage was already done by that point. I had already decided I ain't feel like talking to that bitch for the next 24 hours. So she's blowing me up the next day, trying to text me, trying to call me, trying to hit me up any way she can think of. I'm not responding back. So another day goes by, right? And she's still blowing me up. So I finally decide to respond. And I let her know immediately, yo, listen, I wasn't feeling that fuck shit you pulled the other night. This is what you did wrong. And this is the type of shit that I'm not going to tolerate ever again moving forward. So just know that. You get one more chance, but that's it. You fuck up again, it's over. And I meant it. And she said, okay, I understand. Cool. I won't let it happen again. I said, all right, bet. I hear what you're saying, but we're going to see what your actions actually dictate. Lo and behold, 3 to 4 days later, we have the exact same issue. Just a few days later, this bitch still clearly had not learned her lesson because she pulled the exact same stunt. Here I am trying to talk to her about some real life shit, things that I'm working on, the pressures and stresses of things that I'm currently going through, constantly trying to push for that next level. And here this bitch goes responding in the exact same way that I just told her I find completely unacceptable. So what y'all think I did, fellas? You guessed it. I said, look here, bitch. I've already made it crystal clear to you that that kind of response is unacceptable. That's the kind of energy and that's the kind of response that a man like me is simply not going to tolerate from a woman who claims she wants to be this, that, and the third in my life. And yet your actions don't actually match up with all the big talk you're doing. So with that being said, I am going to eliminate you from my life. You will never have the privilege of being in my presence again. And as of this moment, you can kick rocks, bitch. Your services and your presence is no longer needed. Peace. Simple as that, fellas. I cut the bitch off cold turkey. I have not talked to her since. She has been blowing me up. She has been trying to text me. She's been hitting me up on IG. Any way that she could possibly think of trying to contact me, she's been trying. But you know what? That just already moved on. On to the next one. Once I decide that we're done, we're done. I don't go backwards. I only move forward. And that's an extremely important lesson that a lot of you guys out there honestly need to learn. You got to learn that it's okay to walk away. Never get so invested in a woman, especially one that you just recently met. Never get so invested that you feel like you can't just walk away at any time. If she does not respect your boundaries, if she does not respect what you deem to be unacceptable, if she does not respect the fact that you have certain things that you are simply not going to deal with or tolerate, if she can't get on your program, walk away. Once you are able to identify red flags in a woman that you know are simply going to snowball and get even bigger in the future, and once you deem that that woman is no longer worth your time, the biggest boss move you can pull as a man is to simply remove yourself from that situation and walk away. And you know what? Here's the funny thing, fellas. When you walk away from a situation cold turkey, when you actually put your foot down and make it clear that your time is valuable and that bitch is no longer worth your time, believe it or not, that actually increases their attraction to you because it shows them that you are actually a man of principle. You are a man of value. You are a man who sticks to his guns and is not scared to walk away from a situation. No matter how bad or how attractive she is, you as a man are more valuable. Your time is more valuable. Your presence is more valuable. It is extremely important and absolutely paramount to always hold women accountable for their actions and also let them know that you are never afraid to walk away. Seriously. And that's the point I wanted to get across in this video, fellas. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like the video and subscribe. This is your man, That's Great. I'll holla. Peace.